Good afternoon, dear viewers. You are watching Amara TV News and I'm Gaila Damu staying with the news. Timkat Ethiopian Epiphany and Bezakulu Christmas festivals are the upcoming religious events which participate crowd of local and international tourists. Regarding this, Culture and Tourism Bureau and stakeholders are undertaking preparations so as to enable tourists to escape joyous event. And Netanyahu has full count.
Among the annual spectacular religious events celebrated in Ethiopia, Ganna or Christmas in Lalibela and Timkat in Gondar are the major ones in which large gathering of both domestic and foreign guests usually attend at this spot. Taking it into account, the recent increment of tourist flow following the Nobel Peace Prize and registration of Timkat as one of the intangible World Heritage under UNESCO, Amhara Regional State Culture and Tourism Bureau Tourism Development Directorate Director Malkamu Adam and Chairman of Bahar Dar City Tourist Guide Association Mastual Zellaka said the following with regard to their preparation and its whole aspect.
Annually in this year, we are planning and working to achieve at least the number of domestic tourists to be reached 60 million tourists, and at the same time we are also planned and working to achieve almost 450,000 international tourists may visit our region. Therefore, when we evaluate from this point of view, I think it is possible to achieve our goal, because when we gather information about the international tourists arriving in Bahar Dar, Lalibela, Gondar, the number or the rate of booking is exceeding from the expected amount. The Ethiopian Epiphany is also registered or listed in the United Nations Intangible Cultural Heritage. This also gives an opportunity to increase the number of tourists that come to visit our destinations.
For the next 40 days we have two great festivals like ceremonies, Christmas and Epiphany. So Epiphany it will be more great because we get great news for UNESCO. So we celebrate our Epiphany in Gondar, maybe in everywhere, with a great achievement, because it's one of our icons. So this Epiphany that listed in UNESCO, we have two or more great opportunities. One, economically. Second, social achievement. Epiphany, it's icon of Ethiopia, especially in Gondar. It's very colorful, like it's a fest, but actually like a spiritual ceremony. So in this case, we're expecting a lot of tourists will be here to look this great ceremony. So we are just ready here to give a service. Actually, we are standing by like a military.
As it is vital to have coordinated efforts of all tourism stakeholders in meeting the demand of visitors, Tourism Development Directorate Director Malkamu said the Bureau is working integratedly with all tourism stakeholders, particularly hotels.
Now we are working with different tourism service institutions, hotels and the like, to accommodate and to satisfy the services that are needed by the international tourists and at the same time the domestic tourists.
Chairman of Tour Guide Association in Bahar Dar City, Mastual Zellaka, on his part said their association is working coordinately with guide associations in other tourist destination sites.
This sector is a very sensitive sector, not standalone. We must collaborate with other groups like hotel owners, car associations, car rental associations, boat rental associations, and some travel agencies, and for government office also. So we are just starting our relations with local national guide associations like Gondar, Lalibela, Samin or Aksum. It's like a business actually. So we have a good relation with other tour associations.
Malkamu noted that hotels should work at their level best to meet the uprising demand of visitors.
Just think commenting the different hotels, especially serving for international tourists need to work effectively and need to satisfy their needs because it is one way of promotion. When we are working or when we are satisfying one tourist, it is also possible to tell for his friends, and therefore they will bring another tourist inflow may increases as based on our services. Therefore, every institution, every stakeholders that are working in the tourism sectors need to carefully give a services that satisfy our customers.
Ethiopian Investment Commission announced that it is working to involve potential investors and provide efficient service. The Commission disclosed that it attracted more than $700 million from foreign direct investment in the first quarter of this budget year. Brown Workene has a detail.
According to sources to Ethiopian Investment Commission, Ethiopia has attracted more than $700 million foreign direct investment in the first quarter of this fiscal year. As to Ethiopian Investment Commission, efforts are underway to attract potential investors, provide efficient service and better response to concerns of local and foreign investors by designing policies and strategies. Government Communicator of Industry and Investment Bureau of Amhara Region, Mr. Yeheno Alem, said that the reform has brought many changes in industry and investment sector, not only in the region but also in the country. As to Yeheno, the number of domestic and foreign investors who want to invest in the region have shown dramatic increment after the reform. He also added investors are highly motivated and aspire to invest in different manufacturing and agro-processing sectors in the region.
Investors are also highly aspiring to develop their regions. Diasporas are also aspiring. Even professionals of different associations, for example, the economic associations and so on, are highly aspiring to work together with the government to boost investment in the regions. So one opportunity that brought the reform is motivational aspirations of the government, the investors, the diasporas, and the professional associations.
As to Yeheno, Industry and Investment Bureau is working with stakeholders and partners to modernize the working system of the sector so as to provide fast service to potential investors of the region. He added capacity building training has been given to professionals and concerned bodies who are working in Industry and Investment Bureau of the region.
We developed 4,000 hectares of land with infrastructure development. So we distribute these lands especially for local investors. So giving trainings, reorganizing our organization to make or to facilitate our service deliveries and so on are opportunities that we are doing to the business to make the business climate good for investors.
Government Communicator of Industry and Investment Bureau of the region, Mr. Yeheno, said that industry parks and agro-processing industries which are planted in different towns and cities are started producing manufacturing and agro-processing products. As a result of this, local and foreign investors who are investing in different manufacturing and agro-processing industries have created job opportunity to many youth in the region. For instance, Belainekende and DWD edible oil factories have created job opportunity for more than 2,500 job seekers in the region.
Edible oil production of Belainekende in our region is a huge investment which can create 1,000 up to 2,000 job opportunities. WD oil, edible oil factory in Debre Marcos is also another manufacturing industry which can create job opportunities more than 500.
He further said that even though the sector has numerous challenges like foreign exchange, power shortage and market competitiveness that are hampering the productivity of investors in manufacturing and agro-processing industries, the Bureau is working day and night in collaboration with concerned bodies and Federal Investment Commission of Ethiopia to resolve challenges facing the sector permanently.
For example, a week before we conduct conferences in Debre Birhan. We were talking with investors. They raised so many questions. We also raised the questions. So we discussed, we together discussed with the problems and we put solutions. So if they have a problem on the side of the government, we try to solve that problems. If they are a problem of investors, we support, we give warning letters, then unless and otherwise they start to operate, we collect or snatch that land and transfer to another investors. So we agreed the government should have solve the problems and the investors should have to committed to invest.
Ihano said that Amhara region has plenty of resources like raw materials and imports essential to manufacturing and agro-processing industries. He also called on domestic and foreign investors to invest in manufacturing and agro-processing industries so as to benefit the community and to be ambassadors of the region.
Amhara region is a peaceful region, I can say. Now it is secure. It is rich in potential. The government is highly committed. So we prepare a land, especially in Bure Industrial Park, with a full infrastructure development. So both local and foreign investors are invited to come and invest in Bure, especially in agro-processing. And for the diasporas, I want to transfer one message again. As a diaspora, they should have to be ambassador of their region. If they can have a chance to invest, it's possible to invest. Unless and otherwise, I'm asking them to be ambassador and promoter of their region to come and invest in their region.
Painting exhibitions which are being hosted in tourist standard hotels in Bahir Dar are encouraging the arts and young painters. The hotels also disclose that such exhibitions enables them provide holistic service which creates a better image to the city. And Netanyahu has followed the story.
In order to advance the hospitality industry service provision, painting work display in the form of exhibition is an annual or biannual task of standardized hotels. Among other major criteria fulfillment of hotel facilities, Blue Nile Resort Hotel is one among the tourist class star standard hotels in Bahir Dar. Sales and marketing manager of the hotel, Bihone Gerlu, shares experience of the hotel in this prospect.
Blue Nile Resort Hotel has hosted 2-3 art exhibition, like local and international. So it was a very great exposure. So for example, last year, we have hosted one art exhibition with local and international painter, so with Brukesh Tala and Ras Barakat. So the agenda was black and white. That's the touch was environmental, regarding Lake Tana and other tourist destinations.
Visual artist and art educator at Bahir Dar University, Iyayu Gannet, who has had the opportunity to conduct both local and international painting work exhibition, speaks about practical significance of painting work display in areas where many want to have leisure time.
When foreigners come to this city, in order to increase the time they stay here, there has to be some art exhibits, and I'm sure the role of the arts in the hotel also contribute something, because whenever they want to, when they saw artwork, they just take some minute. When they are staying, they use some drink, and if there are some art corners, maybe to visit that, they might walk. When they are walking, they could see some interesting things, so they can, invest their money. That's really very good. So the role of the hotels for me to increase my art experience was magnificent.
Taking the advantage of painting work show as an important element of hotel facility, sales and marketing manager of Blue Nile Resort Hotel, Bihone Gerlu, said that the feedback of tourists and domestic guests on the practical accommodation of painting work show have been so encouraging in the hotel as they plan to go ahead on it.
Art exhibition will help us, the tourists, to extend their stay in the city, in the country, so that will be an additional amenity for us. So when we inform them, they have lots of exposure all over the world. So when they come here, they are very happy. Most of the art exhibition show for the tourists, see the culture of the people and how the country looks like. So that was very wonderful. They were impressed. When we have any regular time for art exhibition, that will be great. And also, you know, that was a mutual purpose. We grow, and the painters will have an opportunity to grow themselves. So we were thinking that to make every year. Unfortunately, we didn't make it, but we have a very big plan to have such kind of art exhibition.
Visual artist and art educator at Bahada University, Yayu Gana said consolidating such an aspect of the requirements under hotel facility earns a lot in exploiting the potential of local painters and to the benefit of hotels apart from building the image of the region through artwork.
Some hotels which are doing good, but I think this effort has to be continued and strengthened. For me, the hotels has to think, to have an annual art show once in a year or twice, so that, the visitors, the international and the local visitors, would consider, that art and staying. These days, online presence matters a lot. So there has to be some events. They have to plan an exhibition that promotes, they can sell their hotel when they share that into the international community through social media or with their website, that motivates people, because the foreigners usually love festivity.
Visual artist Yayu underscored that the Regional Culture and Tourism Bureau should give it greater concern in a manner all stakeholders of tourism could agree upon. It is known that Ethiopia has the plan to be one of the top 5 tourist destination sites in 2020.
Hotel, security, healthcare and banking are among the most important services which facilitates the tourism activity. Regarding this, tourists reveal that the banking service, which comprise ATM and POS machines, are helping them in their stay. Let's get more from Aisha Mohammed.
High number of tourists have come to Amhara regional state every year, as the region is rich in various tourist destination sites. Including other services, there has to be reliable and fast banking service for tourists to make their stay easy and comfortable.
We have various types of services for their destination. Those are, we have Forex Bureau to exchange their own cash, and we have at ATM and POS to exchange through their cards. There is a lot of cards, of course, that's provided to individual customers. Those are Visa card, MasterCard, and of course, we are the sole agent for Amex Green Gold for those cards. By using that, they can exchange their own money. They need a financial issue for any destination in our district.
Actually, ordinarily, we have 2 delivery channels. You have to focus on or address customers or tourists which come from abroad. 2 delivery channels are, one is at the branch level, the second is at digital channels or what you call it electronics banking. At branch level, we afford services like foreign exchange, any exchange like dollar, ACD, euro, extra. So these types of customers can get services or transact or exchange or get services from different organizations, and you have to pay with POS or ATM machine with this Visa card and MasterCards.
Several years before, tourists have to come with travelers' checks and cash. It was very hard and was not also safe. But now it has been changed. A tourist from Belgium told me about the bank service he has got in Ethiopia.
When we came to Ethiopia, we haven't bought currency before, so we came with our cards and a bit of euros. So what we are doing is that or we are exchanging euros here to get the local currency, or we withdraw cash from the ATM. So using card is definitely our preference. So it's safer because we don't have money on us, and it's also more convenient, so we are sure we always have money enough, or we can do whatever activity we want, one after the other.
Unlike Mr. Max, there are tourists who have an information that they can't use Visa or MasterCards. However, as the information I got from banks, there are sufficient ATM and POS machines which accepts international Visa and MasterCards in places where tourists are mostly found.
The main criteria which allocate ATM and POSs is based on the tourist destinations. If the tourist destination area, there is so many hotels in Bahar Dar, but mostly, which hotels are most tourist destinations are there, then you have put our ATM, our POS in alternative of them. Then the accessibility of the ATM and the POS is not as much as possible enough to assess all the public, but to the tourists, the main concern, our concern is to get foreign currency or to make easy tourists to do transactions. So we allocate these ATM and POSs around these areas, tourist destination areas and 5 stars, 4 stars hotels. Most of our ATMs are at that places.
Tourists added the service has to expand in different areas. Banks will also work to add more services to satisfy tourists.
Yeah, to have more places to pay with the card, so which is quite limited. So it's more, it's really more places to pay with the card, I would say. From the bank itself, we don't need more from the bank as long as we can pay with a card anywhere.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and stay with the rest of our programs.